Stephanie as Penelope in Curse of the Elephant Statue. Now, this is a very special video that I've been saving a lot because how I think of myself, as an adjacent thinker, from the Funimation Rap League, not the regular, Rap League, that was on the internet, the one that got leaked out with Nokia and Subaru. I feel like this is definitely, a great addition to the Curse of the Elephant Statue series, because the Curse of the Elephant Statue, I have to remind you, is also paying tribute to Uncle Sonny. So what I got in the hood, before, where I just made the description of Curse of the Elephant Statue, knowing that, I want people like Geekdom 101 to be the head penguin, in order to, lead Rev Melita, or fool Rev Melita in terms of slang. What ended up happening, was I did a documentary, of, how I play for establishment, things like high school, in order for you to recognize that, I'm good at a game, because I was cool with Stephanie and Stephanie was good at drawing. So, what this is literally, this is me, understanding that I can get into things I can slightly defer. That means I can advance and I can progress. And when I get into an hour-long, conversation with Stephanie that doesn't end up with marriage, I start making sense and things start to become legitimate, because I don't want to, say high school, out the blue, but, high school is, a form of, establishment and education where it comes to, following along. And where I'm going at in this video is that some things in the real world are below high school, because, what I did was I separated following along from doing more competition. So, before I get into 3 minutes of this video, I want to say knowledge is made by, a guy, a rich guy that can, slightly defer, that got into a conversation with Stephanie, so how it's weird, you can understand. So it was all made by what, a guy that fought Courtney, a guy that literally had a good relationship with his older brother when he was making AMVs, a guy that could literally slightly defer with Stephanie. It was some crazy shit, because literally down dodge is, piece of a whole, because you don't account, my adult life, where it takes in the knowledge, with these, faggot ass Beastie Boys, literally with the long noses and shit, look like the fucking Pelican. Knowing that I know that Penguin is a Batman character, but they haven't been Pelican yet, but promising me Pelican. That's how I got end up in the hood. But when I did end up in the hood, I was able to get filmed, and now literally Curse of the Elephant Statue is now in homage of Uncle Sonny, which was one of the funniest of my uncles, and he is legendary, because now we have literally, they treated his funeral like shit because he was a sex offender, but at the end of the day, he was a great guy. If you do your research, Sonny exposes why people hide behind colleges. When people literally get the idea that rank is everything, that literally everything's about my ugly auntie, literally, and people's ideas literally to get onto her instead of actually thinking, because that contributes to a fight, that contributes to boxing, a 1-2 knockout in a fight, and it does. I'm sorry, literally, I've been in the hood too many times to recognize that if you don't consider that rank, it's nothing. And I also am on the same level as Run DMC. So, Run DMC is some crazy shit, because they're the most lyrical out of all, rap groups, and they're the most consistent. Why do you think there was Run's House on freaking MTV? So what this is this is literally me recognizing that, I did slightly defer, and that it is disrespectful, and on the other hand, a coordination and hand-eye, handicap, literally, is something that they're not getting to. So first of all, who is Stephanie? Stephanie was Uncle Tommy's favorite character because he was hella funny and he wore glasses, and he also, knew it was the most fucked up part about the series. Like that nigga would choke me on set. Yes, it does. Yes, it does make you a good person. And Stephanie's role as Penelope from Sly Cooper in Curse of the Elephant Statue is this. Literally, she is a tech macho maniac that is worse than Nacho Libre. She can be a hand-eye specialist in Ayano. Literally, what she is she's a technologist that literally can use hella gadgets and tricks, literally, and that can match you like a rich and fuck you up with a screwdriver. And Sonny was really good at driving. I repeat, he was ultra good at driving. There was this thing where I used to reference the old world in front of Mamacita, and I showed Mamacita Talladega Nights. But Stephanie was really funny. We were really getting into a whole lot of, different conversations about Dave Chappelle, about, techno music like Safer Pulse. It was really an intense video. You have to go back to Stephanie the Furry. Now, why is she Penelope? Well, it's quite simple. Not only are they both nerds, not only do they both resemble Velber, not Daphne Rosen, excuse my French, but they both have the same exact calm, exact same demeanor. And what ends up happening is her role, Lily, is to unlock Lily the gadgets within, Jay Razan. For the thing that was a challenge of Curse and Elvis statue is I was, at 1 trillion, literally when I hit, 2021. And what ends up happening is his name, who's based off Jamal in the movie. So what you have to understand is my friend Jamal, Bleach from that, go watch the season 2 videos on my channel, and I do have a season 2 playlist. But at the same time, what ends up happening is Jamal will either be Rajan or Jay Rajan. If I had permission for the mainstream media, it would just be Rajan. But I think Jay Rajan will get in the way of flow, where it's the definition of flow, because I want to come really, really correct. And so what ends up happening, don't start doing my video. His son was there doing the Marlene phase of my arc when, I sung Frankie Beverly. So what you have to understand is, literally, I went from somebody who had a bad reputation for trying to kiss somebody in 6th grade to a singer that can repeat that song at any time in his life. And that's what happened when I went into halfway where I got evaluated for crime. I decided to make, a movie with Marlene after you have 1 trillion subs. And then I started making jokes like Marlene can be fat. And I had the Super Saiyan 2 crunch thing going on while Kurt sang at 8 time, but it was hilarious. And that was all at Alpha Omega. So what ended up happening is I'm like, come on, let me see a movie already. Literally, it's like fucking, drinking some Sunny Delight. What the Hood did is the Hood added film, and Sunny became a contributing aspect to that film. Now the film holds weight.